So I got scammed. As an artist online, you almost have to get used to having these scam requests for commissions. That's why, as an artist, you should always ask for payment upfront, partially, fully, whatever you want. This was new. The scam itself, in the end, was a cliche thing. But I got a message from a dude, could be a girl, don't care, irrelevant, asked me to draw 2 portraits of his daughter. And he sent me pictures of his daughter. And I did, normal meta search, Google search for the images to make sure that they were not available on other sites. And they were not. Metadata suggested they were taken with a phone and no AI inside. They were real. She had all her fingers, all her toes. And normally when it's a scam, they would usually suggest, normally, I'll pay you $1,200 if you make me 7 images. Like, that was the latest real scam I got. And that's like a red flag up front. It's a scam up front. But this dude, he was going through all planning, like real stuff. He agreed to payment up front. I said I had to go to the postal office to make sure how much it would be to shipping because he wanted to print it out. Like, we went through all the checking steps. And I felt like, okay, this might be real. So, I started to prepare. And I asked, like, how do you want to send payment? Normal PayPal, there are applications, and he wanted me to use a new one I've never heard of. That is a red flag. But I did my research. The application are real. I just lived on a rock and never heard of it. So I created an account, wasn't more problematic than that. And then I did not hear anything for a few minutes, and he was like responding quickly. So there was like a rapid response. And then I just got feeling, looked in the trash, and there it was. The scam email. This was not from the application. It was very clearly from a, what would you call, a third party? Scam party. It was from a Gmail, like very, very, very obviously fake. The mail in itself had like a copy and pasted icon from the real application in it. So it was one of the lower quality type of emails you can get. In the end, the scam goes like this. He say that he sent the money. Then immediately after, you get an email from the real application. It's like saying that, you have received this money, but you have to get up to a certain limit of money on your account in order to get this large amount of money. It wasn't large, $300. So in the end, they basically want you to send in $200 to this user, so he can send in the full amount so it can go through. It's very backwards logic, and that's why it's so easy to spot that there is a scam, because the logic are not there. Like, this would not be something a normal money application would do. So I just played a bit innocent and asked him in chat, like, did you also get a scam email right now? Because I got one telling me to send in money for some stupid reason. Ha ha ha. Account no longer exists. That was quickly. But unfortunately, we all know she will just open a new account, try again with another poor artist. And that's why I'm making this. Be aware. Because no money application will ever ask you to send in an amount to get up to a limit to receive an amount. I would just like to know where he'd get the images of the child. Because as far as I can tell, they are semi-real. They're not from a public website. They're not commercial images. And they were not AI. Where the child is, this poor child are being used as a bait for a scam. And I don't know what to do with that information, to be honest.